review today. Oh my gosh, I know I haven't been doing as many book reviews as I would like to, but I'm actually doing one today, and that is of Betty Smith's A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. And basically the plot is just the Nolan family. It follows the Nolan family and their daughter Francine, and it basically just tells of the family dynamic and how they relate to each other, and basically just things that happen. And it takes place in Brooklyn, obviously, and it's in the early 1900s, and it's just a really historical time piece. And nothing, it's not really like, I know you might be saying give me more details on the plot, but that's basically it. It just goes through the family growing together and going through Francine growing up into a young woman, and just how her siblings react to each other and all that stuff. And it's a really good book. I like to research books that I don't know much about, and this is one of those novels. And the huge thing that I saw on discussion boards, or whatever you want to call it, is that people just say, oh, it's so boring and stuff. And this book is almost like 500 pages. And I will be 100% honest with you, it was very dry in parts. I had to put it aside because it was just like very dry in parts. And when I finished it, I didn't really know if I liked it or not, but I just kind of reflected on the book and just thought about the different things. And I slowly, as I processed what I read, if that makes sense, like, it made sense to me, and it was really cool to see the different ways people parent, the way the siblings act, and just how society in general was different back then. Whereas today, some of the stuff that this book has in it, we wouldn't do today. And that's a really cool thing. And I know for me, I had to put it aside and start reading a different book and then pick it back up again. And I'm really glad that I didn't eventually pick it back up, because it's a really good novel. And if you could push through some of the really like dry, boring parts, then I think it's definitely going to be a book that you like. It's not one of those ones where, like, I'm reading Gone by Michael Grant, and that is an addictive book where you could just pick it up and be reading it and finish it within a few days. Whereas this book, there's not a lot of action, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just kind of like, I don't know if that makes sense. There's just like a lot of dialogue and stuff. But it's definitely one of my kind of, I don't know how to say it, just kind of like, at first I wasn't sure how I liked it, and then it was like, good book. So definitely check out A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith, and I will talk to you later, and I hope you have a great, awesome, amazing day.